The autumn wind is a pirate, blustering in from sea. With a rollicking song he sweeps along, swaggering boisterously. His face is weather-beaten. He wears a hooded sash, with a silver hat about his head, and a bristling black mustache. He growls as he storms the country, a villain big and bold. And the trees all shake and quiver and quake as he robs them of their gold. The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
The Las Vegas Raiders' narrow 35-31 loss to the Kansas City Chiefs was quite the heartbreaker, but we learned a lot about the Raiders that day. We learned that they can beat the Chiefs, and not just any given Sunday. We learned that the first game wasn't a fluke, or that it wasn't the case of the Chiefs underestimating the Raiders. After taking a victory lap around Arrowhead Stadium after the win in Week 5, the Chiefs wanted to put it on the Raiders, but they couldn't. As a matter of fact, the Raiders came within 5 points of sweeping the Chiefs, but it was not to be. However, they must bounce back quickly because the Raiders show they can be a major player in a tough out in the playoffs. I'm sure they are the last team the Chiefs want to see early in the playoffs, too. But of course, the Raiders have to make the playoffs first, and that starts with beating the Atlanta Falcons on Sunday. The Falcons are 3-7 coming into this game, but they do have some talent, and they are not to be slept on. Let's dive in for a closer look at the matchup. The Falcons have the number 9 rated run defense in the NFL right now. But the Saints got their running game going on them last week. Latavius Murray got going. And of course, Alvin Kamara did his damage. The Saints rushed for 168 yards and 3 touchdowns on the day. As you can see, they're not a true top 10 run defense. They give up 4.4 yards per carry. They just don't get run on a lot because opposing teams are too busy lighting up their number 31 ranked pass defense. Oh yeah, you can hit them with a jet sweep too. It looked like the Raiders were starting to get their running game going last week. As you know, Coach Gruden loves to pound the rock. He wants to be physical and wear defenses down so those runs can break longer later on in the game. But the Raiders didn't have a chance to do that last week because they had to throw the ball to keep up with the Chiefs. But they did manage to get a rushing touchdown out of Jacobs. And Gruden showed he's with the times with this jet sweep to receiver Henry Ruggs. With Drew Brees out, Taysom Hill took the reins of the Saints offense. Falcons put that heat on them at times. They went on to sack Hill 3 times. But that was more or less because of the injuries to the Saints offensive line. The Falcons don't really have anybody scary on their defensive line. And in his first start at quarterback, Hill wasn't bad. Well, he did have this duck that got shot out of the air. On the day, he was 18 of 23 for 233 yards. And even though this deep ball for a touchdown didn't count, he'll show what he can do when he has protection. You already know what Carr's about this year. He's on a mission throwing dimes. seems like whoever his offensive line is for a given week, they get the job done for him. And when he did have pressure, he was able to create a little bit. Here he's going to create in the red zone. And this is a dime here, a shiny one. And this is a good play design. Everyone went with Ruggs. Now here's that 31 ranked pass defense I was talking about earlier. Look at the separation Michael Thomas gets on AJ Terrell here. Got him again, same route. The Falcons can be had with intermediate passes and with checkdowns to the running backs. They can be had with a deep ball too. Emmanuel Sanders lights him up on this one. And here he's going to do it again, but it's going to get called back by a penalty. If Terrell can't run with Sanders, how's he going to run with Ruggs? And you know the Falcons have nobody for tight end Darren Waller. He can go deep. He can run with it when you get it to him in space. And of course, he'll help you get it done in the red zone. Falcons won't be able to run with Nelson Aguilar either. But Aguilar has one problem. He doesn't always catch the ball. And it leads to missed opportunities to win the game like this. The Raiders were set to face another top running back this week in Todd Gurley. But that matchup will not materialize this Sunday as Gurley is out with a knee injury. And that more than likely brings us to Brian Hill. Hill is serviceable, but he's obviously not a healthy Todd Gurley. It doesn't look like he has bulldozing power to go inside or blazing speed to go outside. Vito Smith gets run in there every once in a while too. But he too is unspectacular, so I am not afraid of the Falcons' running game. There were a few occasions when the Chiefs outflanked the Raiders last Sunday and got outside. But for the most part, it was tough sledding in there for Chiefs running backs. Carl Nassib was solid as usual against the run. Mad Max Crosby made his splash play. Linebacker Nicholas Monroe was filling gaps and making plays too. Attacking him did not work out for the Chiefs. With Corey Littleton back, it will be interesting to see how the Raiders shuffle their linebackers. Now to the Falcons offense, with the Saints put heat on quarterback Matt Ryan. sacked 8 times in this game. Raider defensive end Clelin Ferrell is coming back, so he might have an opportunity to do a little something against these Falcons. Actually, Ferrell has to boost that pass rush because Matt Ryan will find his receivers if given time. And he'll get it deep too, as he does here to receiver Calvin Ridley. Last week, Mahomes left the deep ball alone and used his quick game against the Raiders. He also hit his guys on intermediate routes. But anytime he held the ball a little longer in the pocket, he got chased out of it. Crosby gets some pressure here. And he gets more pressure here. He and Clelin Ferrell are going to have to bring it if the Raiders are to have any type of pass rush on Sunday. I am concerned about that Riley kid, as he is a great route runner and has great speed to beat you deep. He also showed last week against the Saints that he can go over the middle and take the hit. Then there's legend Julio Jones, if he's healthy. But it wasn't all gravy for the Falcons receivers last week. There were times when Saints defensive backs were able to D up. I'm hoping Arnett is up to the challenge, but they need to leave him out of off-man coverage. That's too easy right there. But watch him impress man against Tyreek Hill. They're going to try him deep. And that's a denial right there. Now Mullen has improved in off-man coverage. Watch him break on this one. But Mullen is still at his best in bump and run. And what do you know? An interception from Mullen last week. And you know, I actually like Nevin Lawson in the slot better than I do LaMarcus Joyner. Now here's something I found interesting. Isaiah Johnson at safety. After lining up in the box, he's covering Travis Kelce pretty well. Kelce catches it, but Johnson was right there, which is something to build on. Now here he is on the back end, showing some instincts. That was a good play and almost a hell of a play. The Raiders need a safety to emerge along with Abram. Oh. And at the same time, Abram needs to play with more discipline. He overran a sack last week. He hurt his team with this hit out of bounds. And he cost his team the game by abandoning his zone to chase Mahomes. He has to be more disciplined than that. Carr was throwing dimes to Aguilar all day long. It's just too bad Aguilar couldn't hold on when it mattered the most. Perhaps they target Ruggs more this week. And you already know what Waller's going to do. They should give him more targets too. And I'm looking for Jacobs to have a big day Sunday. On defense, we just need to continue to get more turnovers. And Abram has to be more disciplined than this for the Raiders to get a win Sunday. Thank you for watching. See you next time.